So for all of us now, just have a think. Why is it that these experiences matter? We've all reconnected a little bit with and shared some experiences that we've had, and hopefully, even if you haven't shared, you've had a chance to think about some that have affected you. So I wonder if anyone, there's a bit of a theme running through those that were shared, that may well be through yours as well. But can anyone tell me why they think these experiences matter? What can these experiences achieve that wouldn't be possible without them? Any thoughts?
We learn from these experiences.
Very simple. That's great. Do you want to expand a little bit on that?
Mm, like if something happens with us for the first time and we are not really aware of it, like when it happens next, like from the first experience, you learn and you know how to handle it the next time.
Great.
So, yeah.
So there's a connection there. That memory. I mean, it depends on so many things, but that memory
Yes.
there, it helps us to kind of learn. No, that's really great. Really, really good. Anyone else want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think something unusual happened to them. They were not expecting. They were not expecting this. So maybe that's the reason. They were like sometimes you're shocked or sometimes you're surprised. Those kind of experience you're more likely to
Kind of
remember.
unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that remembering of those things, that kind of connection, that element of surprise helps to do that. Yeah, no, that's great. Anyone else? Any other
Hi,
thoughts?
my name is Chloe. So I didn't contribute the first question, but I'm thinking the second one. I think when I'm as a member of the audience, and for example, when I attend a conference, a meeting, or something, and I already have questions in my mind, I already have something that bothering me, is things that I couldn't figure out during work or during my study or something. And when I listen to that speaker, I think whenever he had the answer or something that helped guide that, that really struck me. And then I will, like, after that I feel that's it's really a good time spent listening to him. And in the other occasions where I don't like a Bayesian approach, I don't have much predetermined questions, I just go to see what I can get. And then I think when the speaker is very has good sense of humor, share a story, trying extra effort to convey the message, like let us play a game, or have a like takeaway message summarized or repeatedly, that really help for me to learn something from there. That's my
Yeah.
experience as a member of audience.
That's and you've tackled two aspects there, Zoe, and that's really interesting because the first one you were saying you had a kind of prime in your head of things that you were, maybe you didn't have a list, but you had this sense, and if something matched that kind of sparked and ignited for you. Whereas the second one, if you didn't have that so much, it would depend more on what that experience was. If it was, like you said, if it was more of a engagement or a trick or whatever, that
Yeah.
might capture your attention anyway, even if you weren't really looking for it. That's really, really useful insight. That's brilliant. Fantastic. So yeah, let's have a look. Some other people might have thoughts. These were actually, I cheated. I cheated, but for a reason. I searched this up on Google. And if you use the slides afterwards, you'll see the links to these. These are from across the board. They were just quips as to why these matter. And I think the point is it doesn't really matter where they come from, because actually you've already explained in what you've shared that there's a kind of universality here. So this first one was saying that successfully engaging an audience increases participation, improves learning, and heightens satisfaction. And I think you've already identified that through the examples that you've shared. Another one from another source was saying that high audience engagement helps you stand out and creates a positive feedback loop that makes your content, this is from a content creator perspective, makes your content or analysis more meaningful to the audience. And then a third one was saying, so referencing this technology consultant, Corbin Ball, defines audience engagement as emotional involvement or commitment by an audience. And it's a strategy used to convert the audience from being mere spectators to becoming active participants. So I think from what you've said, I don't know if anyone else wants to add anything on that, but I think for me that resonates quite strongly as a kind of central part of this kind of connection, engagement, sparking something. There's an aspect of interest there, learning from that, and being able to refer back to that as a memory that affects us in future, which is really powerful.